Well, an interesting development we found out about Ty Simpson. He thought about transferring from Alabama, but he didn't. As quote, it was hard. He had an interview this week and he went over a little bit about it. And he said there were some days where I was like, what am I doing here? But I reflect back to my signing day choosing Alabama, understanding there's no place I'd rather be. They call it Title Town for a reason. The Alabama brand is like no other. And talking to my family and praying about it is just something that really stuck with me. My teammates are going to be at my wedding one day, so I couldn't see them on another sideline with me wearing another jersey. Simpson continues to be the front runner in the Tide's current quarterback competition. In a recent interview with Ryan Fowler on Tide 100.9, Alabama's offense coordinator Ryan Grubb detailed why Simpson remains the favorite to win the quarterback battle by referring back to how the quarterback performed in spring. Ty took care of the football better. He operated better. I thought he improved for an older QB. As an older guy, especially towards the latter part of the spring, he really started to show more of those characteristics. What do you think, Jeffrey?
I mean, I think in this day and age with the portal, being as easily accessible as it is, NIL, I mean, you can constantly change to another school and get another deal, kind of like we saw Nico do going from Tennessee to UCLA. That's always an option, I feel like Ty Simpson, he probably was weighing his options. Like, am I going to be the starter? Is this, the right place for me to play? And that's probably why it was in his mind to go somewhere else. But as you read in the article, he is the front runner for the job. He realizes, like, he's got a legitimate chance to be the starting quarterback at Alabama. If he was destined to be a backup, then he probably would have transferred. But I think it's because he realized that he has a legitimate chance. I feel like Keelan Russell, his upside's way higher than Ty Simpson, but I think, as you heard Grubb say, Ty Simpson took care of the ball better in the spring, and they want a guy who's not going to be very turnover prone. They probably don't want to throw Russell into the fire immediately, so it does look like Ty Simpson's going to get the job, and since he is, why would he transfer? I mean, where else would you want to play than Alabama, right, if you're going to be the starting quarterback? I know you've got that pressure behind with Keelan Russell, but the thing is, pressure and competition is supposed to make you better. It's supposed to make you want to work harder to keep that job. So I think all in all for Ty Simpson, I feel like if he knew he was going to lose the job or he wasn't going to be the starter, he probably would have left. But since he realized he had a shot to win the job, and he's more likely going to win the job and be our starting quarterback in the fall, that's why he ultimately decided to stay. I do think it sucks, though, that, at least he admitted that. It was good of him, to be honest, but it does suck that we're in this day and age where you can so easily lose a guy like Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson would be a type of player in the past who probably would have stuck out with the program no matter what, but now in this portal age, you're not keeping guys anymore. So it does suck on that end, but at least, we have Ty Simpson and Keelan Russell, and hopefully both of them will be happy for the foreseeable future. And Ty Simpson does well, moves on to the pros, and then Keelan Russell can come in. That would be a best-case scenario, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens if Keelan Russell ends up taking the job eventually, because if so, then Ty Simpson probably will leave if he already was considering it.
Oh, agreed. I mean, it's like I'd hate to see Ty Simpson go. I mean, I'm worried about Austin Matt leaving possibly, but I mean, it's like I don't think it's not gonna happen. But if Austin Matt was to leave, it'd be someplace where he'd be a starter. But Ty Simpson, we're pulling for you all the way. And a $2 super chat from Dan the Diesel Freak. We appreciate the contribution, good buddy. And he says, I saw you watching my stream with Burks. I did not see it this week. I'm sorry, man. Okay.
I was like, I know I did not see it. I was wondering, like, maybe Jackson saw it, but it doesn't look like he did. So we definitely appreciate the super chat.
Yeah, we appreciate it, man. But yeah, like, Simpson, like, I think we'll know more. We've said before, we'll say it again. We're going to know more about who's going to be the starter when it gets to a point where we get closer to week 1.
Mm-hmm.
We'll know who's starter by then. And we'll wait and see what happens. And how about Chris Camp? Oh, thank you for tuning in, Chris Camp. He says, thank TYS, the guys. TY. I need to get better at my lingo without
Yeah,
having
I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head what TYS is. So let's look that up. TYS meaning.
Thank you so much. Or trust your supplier. Thank you. Told you so.
Is he talking? Wait, or is that Ty Simpson?
I think he's talking about Keelan Russell.
Okay.
Oh, yep. That's
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I got
oh,
it. Dan paying the insult, says Matthew Miller. I mean, it's okay. I mean, we'll read Dan's insults when he sends them in a super chat. We appreciate the contributions. You know, Jackson will read anything as long as it's not going to get us kicked off YouTube in a super chat. He'll read anything.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like I'll tell you what for the team.
Give us your worst.
There you go. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. It's like the little baseball ducket at the water, so to speak. But
that's what I thought. Chris Canson, Jeffrey, Ty Simpson's the guy. That's what TYS was. Ty Simpson.
Oh, okay.
That's what he meant. I figured it out.
We're like young dudes. They're like old. We're like old man and young man's body.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to 70s rock, so it's like I'm not really super into the internet lingo. I mean, I know what LOL, BFF, OMG, all that standard stuff. When you start getting all this, weird off the wall abbreviations, then I don't know what it is.
I mean, I know what Bay is. It means like before anyone else. It's like, oh my god.
When I think of Bay, I think of water. or that television show Baywatch from the 90s with Hasselhoff.
Oh man. Well, we better get back to these topics before we really get off the rails. Because I mean, it's like Simpson is going to have a great receiving core to work with. He's got somebody to throw to besides Ryan Williams, because he's going to have Horton, he's going to have
Bernard.
Dalton. Yeah. He's got to have all of those guys.
Horton's key. I think if he has a really good year, I think that's going to ultimately improve our offense for sure.
Oh, go ahead.
You need more options to throw to just than Ryan Williams. You need more weapons. I think I know where you're going with that, Jackson.
Yeah, because I was going to say Horton heard the Tide calling for him.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Horton hears the Tide.
He didn't hear LS who?
No. He's not hearing
Horton hears the LS who?
No. He's not hearing Brian Kelly. He's not going to. But we do promise when we get the LSU guest for when we do the season preview for LSU, we'll be a lot nicer to them. We promise. See the little halos on our heads?
Yeah, it's like be a little angel for one show, and the rest of it is back to LS who?